Timing. Okay, we're timing. Oh, I am timing myself. Dab in the video. That's right. I think that today I can get something done maybe in 5 minutes. You think I can do it in 5 minutes? I'm gonna challenge myself to get it done in 5 minutes because also the makeup kind of for the time that I could have done while watching the Sun Devils game, which by the way they lost yesterday, and it sucks. And I think that the Sun Devils need to reroute their offense and defense strategy. The offensive strategy most likely. To get back scoring and playing the game, and Wolf mentioned to play the game fun, to have fun, actually have fun playing the game, not feel like you have to win all the time, not feel like you have to set up yourself to the standard. There was no standards when you were beating teams like Kansas and Xavier. There was no rules or regulations that we had to start winning. We just ended up doing it, and then for some reason we ended up starting to win, and for some reason people put standards on us, and then that's why we lose. And also because the people in the Pac-12, the coaches in the Pac-12, they found out how to beat us, and that means I had to find out how to out-psychologically beat them, and then beat us, and then make them think that we're beating them beating us. I don't know if that makes any sense. They have to do something that doesn't make sense to make sense and make things right so we can win. And of course, our shot makers have to shoot more shots. Yes, of course I'm talking about sports, but what else did I think I was talking about? There's not like any special game to talk about other than like Nintendo Lab and everything else that's cool like that. Dude, I should do videos like this more often. It's awesome. But I was gonna talk about that XFL, and the XFL is amazing. No, it's not. Of course it's not amazing. I've never seen it before, but everyone else says it's terrible, so I'm gonna go say it's amazing because people think that something's terrible. It's usually awesome, but maybe not. Maybe it's not. Maybe I don't know. I don't know, but I wouldn't mind watching, people that didn't make it, people that didn't make it have a second chance to try and make it, even though it doesn't what it sounds like in the first place, but it sounds like it's gonna be what it sounds like when it comes out, and when Ryan Neckman goes ahead and does it. I kind of feel bad for the people. Sometimes I do feel really bad for the people that didn't make it to the NFL, and maybe they can get a second chance. Maybe the XFL could do that for them. I don't know. I mean, like, and people say that there won't be really any competition or anything special in between these. Well, what if what if a lot of these players are on, some colleges that are rivals and stuff? Now, that'd be cool, right? What if they actually said it to players where they're fighting, or they're playing against former teammates, but they're playing against former teammates, and they're playing against former teammates teammates in high school or college, pretty much, or playing against former people that they played against multiple times and competed against. Now, I think that would be a good game to watch, and assuming it's going to be safer, if it is going to be safer and more efficient, like instead of 15-minute quarters, why not 8-minute quarters or 10-minute quarters? Why not even 8-minute quarters? 8-minute quarters. I would watch just 8 minutes, maybe, right? I mean, something cheap and easy to go to, on the weekend, that's after the draft and whatever. I don't know. People that don't have a lot of money, and especially if you put this thing out on YouTube, I'm not gonna be able to do it in 5 minutes. What was I thinking? Oh wait. Especially if you put this thing out on YouTube and you make it awesome. No, I was just gonna cover my main story in 5 minutes. I couldn't do this video in 5 minutes. But if you put this out on YouTube, and there's millennials nowadays, they're looking for something to watch, looking for something to do. Maybe people who watch this and I would watch it. I would watch it as something that's kind of on YouTube or whatever. I don't know. Put it on platforms that anyone can access and make it more free, and I would get into that. If there's something interesting going on, and make it apparent to the people anyway. I don't know. I think something like this can maybe give a second chance to people that get the players or whatever that couldn't go all the way to NFL, and everyone's hating on it because they want to be watching the greatest talent, but it's pretty great talent, and you really don't think that you need that extra entertainment? Why would they make all these other late night TV shows and game shows and ridiculous talk shows and all that stuff? People, that's why they buy cable TV, because they want the extra type of things like that. I don't know. Maybe they don't, but if it's gonna be done right, yeah, you have to give it a try, yeah? I don't know. I honestly think it might be interesting to watch. Is the ones that almost made it, right? Right? Because there could still be people. There could still be like a few guys out there that like think about them again, and maybe think about one of the quarterbacks, receivers, something you need making it. Like, could you hire and then bring? Actually, it actually really makes me think. Could you find one of those guys that somebody cut, and if they're shown, could you like a baseball minor league system, and could you bring them out of the system and use them on your team for a lot less money, and let's see if they get a chance, blah blah blah, I would see that, right? Sorta. It's kind of sad sometimes when it comes to that stuff. Anyway, I had no chance to do this all in 5 minutes, but I have a chance to do the rest of this in 10 minutes. I talk about the Cardinals getting the draft and everything coming up. Mike McCoy is the offensive coordinator, and they're thinking about Baker Mayfield and where he can go. Well, how about this? What I heard is that the Bills, they have 2 picks. They say the Cardinals have 15, and they might have a need for a receiver. I hope Larry stays, and maybe we won't have to worry about that. And honestly, now's not the time to worry about that. Now's not the time to all of a sudden, the best player in, I'm not gonna say in the game, the best receiver in the game gone. Well, that's a gaping hole we need to fill, right? I really hope that's not the case. Even just to have him around, just around for another year, so we could find a quarterback and then fill that spot later when the time needs to be. Anyway, how about this? You use somebody that you don't need, or somebody that another team wants, or another, and a sum of money, if possible. Well, first thing, what you do, I think, if you want the most power in this draft and the most availability to get what you want and be serious about getting what you want in this draft, this is what you do. You go get Alex Smith from free agency. Everybody's talking about it. How about this? Do it. Do it. Go get Alex Smith, or they're saying Nick Foles is off the menu. they, as in the Arizona Sports 98.7 talk show host were saying, Alex Smith is an option for quarterback for the Cardinals next year and on the menu, and I want Alex Smith. Give me Alex Smith. Give him a 4-year deal and get on him. Get on Alex Smith. Get on the Alex Smith train. Okay, get on him, and then show everybody that then you've got a quarterback, and now none of your issues are issues, and you have no problems, and all you're gonna do is make your team better. So you could trade with the liability that you're going to get some guy, maybe on defense or O lineman or something that you like, and that could help you establish pass rush better. Now they're saying you can get a corner, you can get a star corner like Josh Jackson. Actually, I think it's his name, but it's not Suns guy, it's another guy. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do this in like 12 minutes, by the way. And you can reel them in, and then you could trade for a pick, like say the one that the Bills have, and you can use that to get somebody that much of a gamble down in the 20s or 21 rather. And with that, you could use whatever sum of money you have, or a little of the sum of money you have, help persuade and give the Bills a little bit of cap money to get a little pick. In that same draft, you can get 2 guys and fill a defensive and an offensive hole, which would be amazing. That's end of my story. And even then, if you really want to, you could use one of those. If you can get a quarterback around 15, you can use another one of those. But then again, if you get a quarterback you really like around 15, a Mayfield that you really like, or whoever else that could be around 15 that you really like, you can get them. Other than that, I would try the. Other than if I was the Cardinals going into the draft, how about this? Get Smith and then use the leverage to not have a wowee, that's a nice car. Did you see that? I don't think you saw that. A Mustang that pulled up. Yeah, use leverage with having Alex Smith as your quarterback, so that you fill that hole out. Then try to get an extra draft pick from the Bills. That extra draft pick, the 21st draft pick from the Bills. Use the one you have to fill what you really need and what you really want, and getting the best player. If it is Josh Jackson, comes to number 15. And if you can't, you have a safety net, and you can maybe even get a quarterback if you want to, or get the next guy in line. Then then you can use the 21 safety net and get another guy and a different spot. You could fill that hole like an online spot. And there you go, and that's the end of the video. And man, I didn't know that Mustang was gonna roll by, so it took a little while longer than I thought. But you know how these videos go. I thought I could roll for 5 minutes, but I was like, nah, I can't. Dab out of the video, by the way. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.